The Safe Space, a place designed for threatened individuals to feel at ease. But somehow, taken over by four knuckleheads who enjoy rambling at length, often incoherently, with the sole intent of making everyone around them feel uncomfortable. Join us as we observe this sad excuse for a social experiment known simply as a podcast.
Flawless victory. You are back in the Safe Space on WELT 95.7 FM Fort Wayne. Guys, guess what? Today marks our 6-month anniversary as the Safe Space.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you get me?
That's cute.
I was going to get you a promise ring, but I'm just going to grace you with my presence.
I bought myself
instead.
Mortal Kombat, so that was good that you
There we
said
go.
flawless victory.
I like it. What's going on, DJ Pauly Z?
Hey, not too much. How you guys doing?
Good, man. What's up, Marino?
Marino on your radio. How's it going, everybody? I'm excited. I'm wearing my Giants jersey. We in the playoffs.
Yeah, even
Playoffs.
Those are worst.
Playoffs.
And the Cubby Man, the one and only.
They call me Juan. They call me Jose. They call me Carlos Sanchez de la Cruz Rodriguez Martinez Lopez.
I agree.
Okay, yeah. That's what they call me.
So, boys, it is October. The nights are starting to get longer. The daytime getting shorter.
The girls are getting more basic.
And I'm getting very, very scared. The clowns are everywhere.
Such a payaso.
So it started about
Always clowning
mid-August.
around.
We started seeing some clowns popping up all over the country. Started in South Carolina and made it way to North Carolina. They're showing up in forests everywhere, scaring children.
At the bus stop.
At the bus stop.
Why are they
in
showing
Fort
in
Wayne.
the forests?
And then
You're
the
creepiest.
news.
And then here recently
fake
in
story
town,
about-
right?
Yeah.
It was like it happened here
yeah,
in
at the
town.
bus stop.
Yeah.
At the bus stops. But
Lord.
then the local news then had
We will not name
someone
Wayne
hacked it.
TV by name.
Yeah, someone hacked them or something because then they reported that someone shot
A clown.
shot a clown,
That
and it
didn't
was
happen.
he was
Yeah.
in I don't know,
Right.
was in critical condition. He arrived with 19 of his friends. They all came out of a Volkswagen.
Were they all Mexicans? Came out of one car?
Dude, I'm telling you,
And all in one accord.
if that happened, like when I used to work in the ER and we'd hear, like, because whenever somebody gets shot, they call an activate, so we always know ahead of time.
Right.
Like the ambulance is like, all right, we're coming with blah, 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 18-year-old male, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If there's a clown that I swear, dude, I would have laughed my butt off. It never happened.
Are you
but-
scared of clowns? No, I'm just scared of things coming at me with a knife.
No, I'm scared of
you
the balloon
would.
animals they always
Right.
have.
Yeah.
What's really weird about this story is that last Sunday in Reading, Pennsylvania, we had our first murder, including a clown. A 16-year-old boy was stabbed to death by a guy wearing a mask. And then in Reading, Ohio, previously this week, the school system near Cincinnati shut down for the day on Friday. Because Thursday night, a teacher was threatened by a
yes.
clown, got her throat nearly slit, and he threatened to kill her and attack students. She informed the superintendent of the school, and they closed down school for Friday.
Wow.
Woo!
So that's
yeah,
all-
clowns!
So that's all we have to do to get a school closed.
Is dress up like one. And
I'm pretty
threaten
sure
people.
you can rent a clown for that
Yeah.
and just be like,
That's our new way of threatening schools
I
now.
don't know.
Bomb threats
We're
out.
becoming
clown
more
threats
weak
in.
and weak as a country.
that's so random. dude.
Overtaken by clowns.
just weak.
I might write in a clown as president. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Well, there's two already running.
Right.
You could just write the two that
Two
are running.
clowns.
yeah, well, hey, you
I think
have your
they're-
pick.
I think they're all clowns running anyway.
Yeah. It's a
And-
it's a
and
real
I'll-
circus.
It's just a circus.
It's a real circus.
So, Paul, are you scared for your daughter right now?
No, she's in Orlando. She's Disneying it up right now.
I don't know. There've been sightseeing of clowns in Florida too. It's been 26 states so far. Where did I get these stats? I went on to Wikipedia. You can type in 2016 clown sightings. It has its own page. I swear it does. And it's like, AKA clown scares.
Now,
AKA clown sightings.
anyone can add to.
Yeah, anyone can add
So-
to a Wikipedia
Yes.
site. So
But-
how
but those
credible is
Fact
Those
checkers?
get checked
Do they have
every
fact
30
checkers?
to 90 seconds.
Is
Absolutely.
it the
Checkers.
same ones that work for Hillary? The same fact checkers.
They're very busy.
They're-
You're wrong.
yeah. Wrong.
You're wrong.
Wrong.
But how
Sorry, our
how
mics
insane
are
is that?
Our mics are messed up, guys.
Like Juan said, we're
Sorry.
just getting weaker and weaker as a country. Everything scares us.
Yeah.
We are always going to die of everything
Well,
at
I'm
every
so-
moment.
It could be clown makeup or not. If some guy is like hiding behind the bushes and jumps out with a knife, sorry. Like,
Right.
I'm
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
I don't-
And it's more
wielding
than one
a
time.
weapon.
Is anyone in here really honestly afraid of clowns?
I'm not.
I'm not.
I don't know
This,
even
this
where-
little guy here, though, is
okay,
kind of something else.
I mean, I don't know.
But it
even
is a
understand
phobia. Some people
where
really
does that
are.
come from?
It's just,
Not
I think
knowing
the
who it
makeup.
is, like not knowing who
That's
the
part
real
of it.
person is.
No, I
or-
think it's just the makeup and just
Yeah.
like the not knowing what's behind the makeup and everything, the whole get up. It's like I don't know, just
Well, in the sharp teeth,
everything.
if you see like the Halloween mask for clowns, a lot of them have sharp teeth, and the gestures, they're creepy.
Man, I'm
they
te-
are for a
Wait,
lot
wait,
of
wait.
people.
The gestures,
Gestures.
or the
They're making
gestures?
weird-
Yeah.
Gesture.
I don't like
There's
those
an
clown
extra J.
gestures.
Yeah,
Jester cheetah.
It's
What
a.
Have you made a
gesture?
gesture
It's a
at
nice
you?
I think he
gesture
means,
over to
folks.
Paul.
I think he
Gesture.
means jester.
I swear,
Jester.
if a clown came up to me, I'd be like, I'd be punching the heck out that mug, dude. Seriously.
It sounds like E Honda.
Wait,
One of
that
those.
doesn't have a Mexican accent.
A punch.
Ballroom.
A punch. Yeah, how do you punch in Spanish? El punch.
Like that, dude.
Give it a little accent.
Like this.
El Diablo, El Diablo.
Such a payaso.
Okay, I'm feeling a little less scared now in my safe space. We'll be back right after this. Oh, we're back.
Well, speaking about the clowns, spattering all over the United States,
And now the world.
and now the world, it's just coincidental that It in 2017 is coming out. They're remaking the movie It, and if you don't know about
It.
the movie It,
Who is it?
If you don't know
what
about
is
it.
It's coming out.
It
It
depends
is
on what
coming
your
out.
Now, wait a
definition of
minute.
The
it
movie is called
Wait a
It.
minute. It depends on what your definition of it is.
It. Just the it.
Oh Lord. Well, It was a Stephen King horror novel published in September of 1986, and it was a pretty
It was
big
a
hit.
Wednesday.
It was a pretty big hit back in the day. And then in 1990, it was released as a TV miniseries, and the show was aired on November 18th, 1990, and also on November 20th of
Wait, the
1990.
show? You said the show?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
there
was a
was a
TV
made for TV,
miniseries.
yeah.
Miniseries.
That I even knew. That one I knew.
No, wait a minute. What year? 90?
1990.
Oh.
It came in November 18th, and then the night.
But the movie that everybody knows is from the 80s.
Yeah. Tim.
Basically, they took
Curry.
Yeah,
Curry.
Tim Curry.
is
Tim
the-
Curry
He's
played
creepy.
It. So they took both.
Very.
They took the miniseries, the two shows that aired on the night on the 18th and the 20th, and they combined them together. And it's a
make the movie.
combined 3 hours and 12 minutes long. So I mean, the book is like 1,100 pages long. So
Right.
that would probably do justice as doing it as a movie. You know how
I
like,
know Stephen
like
King
Lord of the
wrote
Rings.
the-
Like Lord of the
10-hour
Rings had to be
movie.
3 books to actually.
Right.
I mean, 3 movies to actually make it correct. Do it right. But anyway, but now that the movie is in 2017, the new movie is coming out. It's just kind of creepy that we have this new guy playing It, and then all over the place they have
All these clowns.
It is
all these
everywhere.
clowns. It is
Well-
everywhere.
I heard that that's a conspiracy that because of the movie, there's a movie.
Right. So
I don't know.
No, I think you're right, Adam.
Do we have a fact checker in the house, though?
Dang, one back at it again with those facts and notes.
Well, the clown's name is Pennywise.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Pennywise.
Yes.
So I mean, if you don't know about the movie, I'll just read a little thing that I found off the interwebs. So it is basically the synopsis of the movie is in 1960, a group of social outcasts who are bullied by a gang of greasers led by Henry Bowery. Are also tormented by an evil demon who can shape-shift into a clown and feed on children's fears
That's not
and
even
kill
fair.
them. After defeating the demonic clown as kids, it resurfaces 30 years later, and
Right, when
they
they're
must
adults.
finish it off as adults once again.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. And I don't know if in the movie in 2017, if they're going to really follow that,
They should.
plot.
Just reading
Yeah.
that synopsis, like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
No, that's
Right.
good. It's
And
not-
it scared just nearly every 80s kid. I mean,
Man,
I wasn't even alive
you've
yet,
seen
and I
it,
was
Paul,
scared.
right? Everyone.
in the
I've-
womb. Miles
yeah.
is scared in the womb. I don't want to come out yet. It's cozy in
yeah,
here.
I've seen it.
I heard there's
It's
clowns.
Once. I think I've seen it once.
Adam,
yeah.
have you seen it, the movie?
Yes.
You've seen it?
I have
you seen it?
absolutely.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yes.
It didn't freak me out at all.
Nah, dude. I saw it when I was a kid.
Oh, I
Yeah,
I
saw,
saw it when I was a
older.
kid, and the scene that got me the most was when it was the
Like the music
the,
playing.
no, the the house, either that's where Pennywise lived in or the child lived in, and they go into the bathroom, and then all that blood, you know what I'm saying? And in the bathroom, that scene got me, man.
For me, was the
I had to turn it
shower.
off.
Was that one?
That's the same
version
scene, yeah.
Is in the shower and he's coming out of the drain.
Yes,
and he
dude.
turns all the water faucets onto boiling hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Like-
That's what I was gonna say. I remember him
I'll
like
pass.
in
Is he
in
through a
drain,
sewer
yeah.
too? Is there a scene
Right.
where
No,
he's
there
like,
is a scene.
There's music playing,
His
like
hands
circus
come out,
music,
and they're
and-
like almost reptile-ish.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's, if they do it right though, this would be because it's hard to find a good
right.
horror movie.
The problem is if in with any of these older movies, when you watch it now, it's a joke because of like the effects and
Right.
stuff, and
The
that's
CGI
why.
is trash.
Yeah, but now, like you said, like it can probably be
Dude,
done.
and Tim Curry killed it.
yeah.
yeah.
Killed it as it.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a really good job. And I forget, I was doing research and I forgot to write down the new kid's name who's going to be actually playing Pennywise. But he was in
Is it a known?
Right.
No, he has a couple shows that are Netflix originals. And I forgot his name. I feel stupid for, mentioning him. But
And
not
then you don't
knowing
know
his
his name.
Come on, man! All
Right.
those notes and you can't get a damn
Right.
name.
Well, I was at Wrigley.
point,
I was at
right.
Wrigley earlier, and I was doing my notes and stuff, and
Doing some
Will,
other stuff.
I'm
Will,
having a cocktail.
if you're out there, Will, you distracted me from my notes because
Yeah, you fact checker.
with
Some
beer.
people go to the library. One goes to the bar.
You motherfucker.
Hey,
Inebriation.
I took an Uber.
Devastation.
I took an Uber to
5 stars.
5 stars. I didn't know that actual writers get stars too. So
Wow, so you get
Uber,
rated?
Uber drivers get
Yeah,
a
you
rating,
rate
and then
the
writers
passenger.
get a rating as well. So if
Yes,
you
that
have
I knew.
lower
If
than
you
3
cause
stars,
issues-
So they can be
you can
like,
cancel.
right.
The driver
They
can
can
cancel the
Cancel you.
ride.
Wow.
That's fair.
2-star looks,
that's-
but 5-star
So when I found that
money's
out-
money. I'll take a 1 star.
But the last time that I rode, which was, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, the last time I rode, the guy was telling me that, and I go, so
What are you gonna rate me, right?
No. So what did I come up as? He's like, you came up at 5, and I'm like, okay, cool. So
Right.
So now you 5
So
as well.
now you're 5, and it was an Asian. It was an Asian guy in a
Forget
Prius.
that. I'm not getting that car.
Asian guy in a Prius.
Good
and,
luck.
And this was the first time that I ever rode in a Prius too. And if you've never ridden in a Prius before, when you
like
stop,
in a vagina.
it sounds like
It's like
that
it shuts off.
That the car shut off. I'm
Yeah.
like, did you just put your stuff in neutral and shut it off?
It does.
And he was like, no, it just.
Where are we going?
Right. And I'm
What is
like,
life?
could you turn some music on because it sounds looked like
weird.
sounds
No, it
like,
does. It
sounds like
sounds-
Dad just hit
you
Mom
can't
at the
tell when
when
it's
where
yeah.
everything is quiet.
Shut.
But I'm gonna move on awkwardly, moving on to Star Wars, which there's no segue to move from clowns.
There
to
doesn't
Star
have to
Wars.
be. It's just Star Wars.
Well,
It's
you
just
went
Star
from
Wars.
5 stars to Star Wars.
Oh, there we go.
S stars.
stars.
Pause
Leave it
ego,
to
ladies and
DJ.
gentlemen.
Cinco
S
S
stars.
stars.
DJ Posey.
He's
If
here
you're
all week.
Spanish, I'm going through a Star Wars
S
now.
stars.
I recently just got a new job.
Junior.
I recently got a new job working at a pizza joint here in Fort
LC?
Wayne, Indiana, and at the LCs, if you know what that means. But I see this one guy that keeps coming in all the time, and he wears like different Star Wars shirts.
Yeah.
And I always like talk to him. It's like, hey, you ready for Rogue One? He's like, heck yeah, I'm ready for Rogue One.
That's a silly question.
And then I saw this other guy the other day, and Adam was there as well, and I was like, dude, you ready for Rogue One? He's like, heck yeah, that's the Star Wars movie that I've been waiting for
My whole life.
Like it's just like, lightsabers, fights, stormtroopers, that sound of the Death Star emergency song. Wow, wow. That sound. Have you ever heard
That
that
thing
song?
is iconic.
That sound, but it's like the
I know
beginning
that.
of the trailer. But moving on, Warwick Davis. If you don't know, does everyone know who
I do
Warwick
not.
Davis is?
He was
Fill me
the
in.
wizard.
He was, yeah.
In Willow.
In Willow. He was
Right.
the little small guy. He's like 3'2" or something like that.
He was
Man.
the short professor in Harry Potter, little
Yeah.
dwarf
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Could he dunk?
and he's if you
on a 4-foot rim.
have you seen
No. If
clown rim.
If he goes into cannonball mode, you could dunk him.
Oh, yes.
He's got a show on
Fair.
Netflix with Ricky Gervais. Have you seen it where they go
Yes,
traveling?
and he's a jerk.
It's hilarious.
He's a jerk.
It's
Little man syndrome.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Who
really
Warwick
funny.
is?
Yeah.
Warwick is
It's
a jerk?
It's him and Ricky. Ricky Gervais is kind of mean anyway. but
Yeah.
Put those two together and they just travel the world. It's
No, he
hilarious.
absolutely is a jerk.
So no
and
wonder I
that's
didn't
funny.
know him. He's so short I missed him.
Oh my gosh.
What a jerk.
But he just confirmed today that he's actually going to be in episode 8. And the first thing that came to my mind is that he was in Empire Strikes Back, and he was an Ewok, and he was the main character as an Ewok.
Okay, now I remember from seeing
So
the
now
post
I'm
on
just
Facebook.
like, does this mean we're
Return
getting
of the
Ewok?
Jedi.
Return of the Jedi, yeah. So does this mean Ewoks?
Right.
Or does this mean that he'll fill the role of Kenny Baker's R2-D2?
What if it's real quick? Like, remember on episode 2
He was also
when they showed the planet of the Wookiees, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called.
Wookiee Nation.
Kashyyyk.
But it was yeah. But it was real quick.
Jabba
Maybe it'll be
Wookiees.
like, here's Endor, and then it's just real super fast.
Right.
I don't know, but
But didn't he play what was his name? Watto? Wasn't he Watto?
really in episode 1,
Yeah, I think he was Watto.
he might have
blue
been.
guy?
I don't know.
And
And the kid.
Annie.
He's like
Oh, yeah,
those Jedi
he
tricks don't work
flew-
on me.
Yeah, the Jedi tricks don't work on me exactly.
More bad acting.
Right.
I don't know.
It's bad.
That'd be kind of funny though.
But I mean, wouldn't it be awesome? I mean, you can get your toys back out. You can get your
I'm like,
Your
Ewok
dolls.
Ewok toy
They're
stuffies
dolls.
back out. They're dolls.
This is a late night
Get it
show.
right.
This is a late night show, isn't it?
He likes his Star Wars play dolls.
Then and now.
Then and now. So what did you guys do this weekend on Saturday? Because I didn't get to hang out with you guys.
Hoosiers, baby.
Hoosiers?
Oh,
Beat Michigan
dear
State.
Lord, how crazy is that?
That
When's
game
the
was
last time
awesome.
that happened for football?
2006.
Oh, that. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it
I was
longer.
surprised.
2006. Because during the mid 2000s, we weren't worthless.
So, IU football not as terrible as we anticipated.
Yes, but that was also the last year that IU beat a ranked team at home. 10 years since you beat a ranked team at
Wow.
home.
You know what?
That's
bad.
You'll like this. You know what I did Saturday morning?
What'd you do Saturday
Went
morning?
to George's International Market for the first time.
Oh, did you get some
What up?
tacos,
Oh,
dude?
it's Jorge.
It's
I did. We got some taco stuff.
That's funny.
But
Hello.
it was the most fun I've had in the grocery store.
You know what? Another thing, speaking about clowns, actually, from this weekend, kind of makes me think of it. While watching a football game with my dad, I saw a Gucci perfume commercial,
Gucci
and
man.
Jared Leto comes on the screen, and he's laying down, looking quite salacious. And I tell my dad, I was like, "Oh, there's the Joker," and he looks up, and the first thing he sees is the Gucci logo, and he goes, "Is that the bat signal?" It literally looks just like the bat signal. I
two
swear.
together.
Look it up if you can.
This ain't your father's Batman.
Miles, I'm glad that you brought up Jared Leto because this
Leto,
weekend
I say
Leto,
Leto.
Leto. I mean, there's-
Hushman Zeta, Hushman Zada.
I mean,
cares?
whatever.
Who's Mazzali?
Potato.
Who's your mama?
You say whatever. But this weekend on SNL, Margot Robbie was on SNL, and she was the host on SNL.
She was looking
She's
good.
fine.
and she was looking real good in that black dress. If you saw her on that in SNL, but in her monologue,
on it.
S&M.
He wanted to.
I'm
bad.
just saying, I was trying to be
thinking
somewhere
about it.
around.
He's
that
thinking
or,
really strong about it.
Anyway, but in her monologue, she said, "I will be fact checking my own monologue, but don't worry, I never lie." But then she looks over at another camera, and then she admits, "Yeah, really, I actually lie all the time."
So she's her own fact checker.
Nice.
But if you remember this summer in August, the anticipated Suicide Squad came out, and she just had to mention it because that's probably the most.
It's like the
thing-
top 50 highest grossing movies now. It's
Right,
yeah,
like,
so-
and most people are not going to know her for anything else besides
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. And she
Yeah.
wasn't focused with Will Smith, but
and
I mean,
she was-
in some other things. She was also with
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
She
Leonardo
did a
DiCaprio.
really good job.
That
in
was
that
kind
Yeah,
of
movie.
she was
coming
very
out-
naked. It was
that-
very,
That
very
was kind of
good.
her coming out party.
But yeah,
coming out.
Harley Quinn's her biggest thing.
For sure. She did an awesome job playing Harley Quinn. But she had to mention Jared Leto on it, who we all know played the Joker. And this is what she said about Jared Leto. Jared Leto stayed in character like the whole time, which was so fun. But then she looks over at another camera and
Fact
says,
checker.
but then she fact checks herself and says, it was not fun. It was kind of uncomfortable. So it was just basically what I've been telling you guys, that, it wasn't that great. His Joker wasn't that great.
Right.
I
I think
agree.
he was overacting. He tried to do the method act, and it just failed for him. It was
You know
just
who they
bad.
should
It
have
was
had as
horrible.
Joker?
Heath
was
Ledger.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Yeah, I never knew that Tim Curry was actually considered for the role back in the 1990 or 89 film.
Whoa,
The
Jack
one that
Nicholson.
Once
Jack
a-
Nicholson
once a clown,
played
always a
Tim,
clown.
Tim
Right.
Curry, and actually Robin Williams was supposed to be casted as the Joker.
He's more of a Riddler.
Yeah, which is fair. And then he was considered for that too, and then they gave it to Jim Carrey.
He's younger, yeah.
That would be really annoying, though. If just like act like if I pretended to be somebody else while I'm around you the entire time. How annoyed would you be?
No,
Yeah,
you know what?
it's like, all right, dude.
Come on, man.
Like,
come
and,
on,
and he
man.
would send like weird things to the directors and the other castmates. He would send like dead carcasses, dead rats, dead pigs' heads, like stupid things like that. Like try
raccoons
to,
too.
to
Dead
stay in-
raccoons.
Like
He could,
last
he
week,
could be a jackass of the week.
he could
Absolutely.
be.
Could be, yeah.
Mr.
Jackass
Terrence.
of the week,
Hello,
yeah, for
Mr.
sure.
Terrence. Are you back?
Yeah, I didn't really care for his Joker at all. A lot of people that I hear that I talk to them, they say, "Oh, dude, Jared Leto's Joker was amazing." I'm
it's
like,
always people in their teens or young 20s, though, who say that.
yeah, it really wasn't that great.
It was good for the poster.
Yeah, it was.
Made a great poster.
Kobe!
He's posterized a few people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very true.
Be sure to subscribe to our page. See you later. And now we're back.
So, I don't think we're done clowning yet. So,
Wow, we got more.
because we added a clown to the safe space, welcome in Terry Tantrum. What up, Terry?
What up?
What's going on? I crashed the place.
Yeah, we like it. We've crashed his show a few times. Terry, why don't you tell us about your show on Saturday night?
Well, I play all genres of party music, from 50s to now, country, hip hop, rock, all that jazz.
Now, by country music, do you mean rural pop music?
Rural
Yeah,
pop.
I play some old country too, some like
Real
Tammy
country music.
Wynette and stuff like that. So
But you take calls. I've heard you take calls.
Yeah.
yeah, I
that's
take
what's-
calls. I do.
He's a call girl.
Tantrum, right?
Lots of Johns. Lots of Johns
My
out
going
there.
rate's not that bad.
Saturdays.
Going rate. He's also an Uber driver as well, so he'll pick you up and
stars.
drop you off where you need to
He's a
go.
level 5. So we are on the topic of clowns, and there are two that are running for president. So what's funny is I didn't watch the debate in order to figure out, oh, well, who I should vote
To
for.
be informed.
Yeah,
Because
no.
normally it's for information.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the reason. No. The reason was Miles, circa, what is it?
Civic Circus Maximus.
Yeah, there she is.
That's racist now? Everything's racist now. Okay.
So I thought it was hilarious. And when they did you guys have seen the bad lip reading for the NFL and for all those. And they did that with Hillary and Trump. And I thought that Saturday Night Live, we were talking about Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
They opened with Alec Baldwin and Kate McKinnon. And I just love how she would say something, he would just say,
Wrong.
Wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Except for when they got the taxes. Warmer.
warmer. He's smarter for not paying taxes. So yeah, I love that. I love how
Hilarious.
he can say America's not great. Colin Kaepernick can say America's not great. Boo.
But SNL played it pretty fair, though, because they made fun of her just as much. And I like that. They were non-biased.
So there was a part in Saturday Night Live where she starts weeping, and Lester Holt, played by Michael Che, who's usually not in
He's one of the co-head writers. Yeah.
Yeah. So he says, Hillary, Miss Clinton, are you okay? You're crying. Yes, this debate is just going so well.
Nailed it. I like the South Park mocking it, and the people working in the campaign for Hillary Clinton say, okay, your response to everything he says is Donald Trump is a liar and cannot be trusted. So Donald Trump gets up there and says, I am not qualified for this job. My opponent's secretary, Hillary Clinton, should be president of the United States. And her response, like a robot, is,
Yeah.
my opponent is a liar and cannot be trusted.
Exactly.
No,
Like, oh, face palm.
no.
So I definitely think the debate was fun to watch just from the train wreck aspect.
Who's clowning?
And yeah, they were straight clown mode. I'm excited for the next two. When is the next one, Milesh? I think
October 9th.
October 9th. Okay, so
Yes, coming
tune
from
in to
St. Louis.
And where can you watch that? Facebook, Twitter, CBS, ABC, CNN.
Anywhere. ESPN, the Ocho.
Comedy Central.
Yeah, the Ocho.
If it's almost sports, we got it. I mean, it's entertainment. It's
Scooter
competitive
McGavin
nature.
on the call.
I would love him to host
Sports
the
Center.
debate.
This is how I feel about.
I like turtles.
This is what I feel about it, about the debates and everything the election is.
I like turtles.
Yeah, that's
I
about
like
all you need to know.
turtles. That's all. That's all I care. I
So
just love turtles.
then the other thing in the news was my poker face. Lady Gaga
What's she do now?
she is starting to look more like a regular female, at
a
least.
human and earthling, actually.
She was on ESPN. She is going to be doing the halftime show at the 49er Invitational, or as I call it, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that
The
that's a
49ers are
little,
not. Yeah, that's a
little
little-
right?
So no,
How cute.
she's doing the halftime show. What do you guys think?
I like knowing how far in advance I'm going to change the channel. So,
Yeah, we're 5 months out.
yeah, it's
Nah, dude. I mean, Lady Gaga killed.
she'll
She
put
will
on a
kill.
show.
She will kill the national anthem, dude. She's gonna. She's gonna.
No,
be-
but
she's not doing the national. She's doing
anthem.
halftime.
Oh,
She's
well,
doing the half.
I'm ready for that too.
Wherever she is, I'll put on my poker face. I don't even care.
I'm just.
I like turtles.
You know,
Yeah.
that's how I'm like.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are we talking about? I wasn't paying attention.
Are we talking about?
Kobe.
I don't know.
He's getting trigger happy.
Right.
I know.
He found a new toy.
Yeah, I
rook
found a
over there.
soundboard. I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be amazing."
Who has been your favorite halftime show? For me, I would say probably Michael Jackson. When
Do you remember? This is my first thought.
the first thing that
it
I
took him 10
remember.
minutes to start.
Well, yeah, because you thought he came in over here, then over there, then he came like 8 times. It wasn't really him, and then he comes up through the thing,
And he just stood there
and
forever.
that was pretty iconic.
Remember, he was just like,
yeah, that was awesome though. That's awesome.
My favorite was his sister.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
yeah.
I learned what a
So,
nipple ring
horrible.
was.
Oh,
Justin
yeah.
Timberlake over here. You're welcome.
Are nipple rings like that actually a thing? Like, does that exist, or was
It was
that
a
just
pasty.
It was yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
it was-
it was
it wasn't-
yeah,
yeah.
it was pale.
it was
I don't
a
know. I
pasty.
really liked Prince. You know, rest in peace, Prince.
He
but
wasn't
his,
bad. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
he
His
wasn't
show was probably by far my favorite.
Honestly, I didn't care. I mean, I like all the rock stuff. Like when they had Aerosmith wasn't bad. When they had what's his
Paul
name?
McCartney, I liked.
Katy Perry?
Oh, geez,
Tom Petty.
Left Shark.
Tom Petty
I
was
did
pretty good.
enjoy Left Shark. He did his own thing, and God bless him.
Yeah,
I was really
he
excited
was
for
in a
last
safe
year,
space the whole time.
but it wasn't so much Coldplay as it was just dancing from the dance.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I expected more Coldplay, and it wasn't much
It was
Coldplay.
Coldplay
Well,
and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It
Wasn't
was controversial. No,
Well,
they
no,
had
it's
the
Beyonce.
rainbow. Yeah.
Oh, and Beyonce.
and it
Rainbow
was
Warriors.
controversial because the rainbow stuff and
No, but I
hella gay
want
in
like
there.
a concert. That's what I want.
right. That's why I like Paul McCartney. He did 9 songs in
Yeah.
a row,
Right. He
like
was
a
good.
minute versions. And
What
just went.
surprised me was Bruno Mars when he did the halftime show. I thought
he
his
was- no,
was,
he was really
solid,
good. He was really
Yeah, he was pretty good.
and not like the Black
Solid
Eyed
as
Peas.
a rock.
Black Eyed Peas were horrible.
Terry, what was your favorite halftime show? I know
you
you've
already
seen them
said
all.
Janet Jackson.
Terry's quite old, so he's seen them all.
He'd be like, oh, what's that one vaudeville act you saw?
Yeah, Packers Chiefs, the Ice Bowl.
No, I remember the one that Willie Nelson did back in '67. No, I'm just kidding.
Did he roll up a blunt on stage? He's smoking
Just
doobies.
kidding.
He's
No,
cool.
Justin Timberlake and Janet, iconic.
Yeah.
It was.
No, yeah.
No, and it was even if you take obviously that away, that it was still that was a good show.
And then
I
he
mean,
sexually assaulted her on stage.
I see. She's
It was consensual.
yeah. They planned it.
We think.
So yeah, Lady Gaga. I don't know. They haven't said who, because there's going to be 19 special guests or. Like, remember when Nelly was the special guest for?
Oh my gosh.
Like, and that was when he was wearing the bandage.
Yeah.
Like, he
Yeah.
came on for. It
He
wasn't.
was a real nappy boy then.
It wasn't that Janet Jackson.
Donald Trump,
JT.
not a hang big get
No,
now.
but
How's
was
that
that
song
the,
go?
was that the Black Eyed Peas? song?
Oh, it might have been Black Eyed Peas.
Jabbering over here.
I'll have to
Super
Google it.
Bowl
I don't know.
45
Jibba jabba.
ish.
But I do remember him performing.
Jibba jabba.
I like it. So Adam, I heard you were on the radio this past Friday.
You
Not
heard?
that you're
Oh,
on
so
right now.
my-
I heard. I literally
Oh,
heard.
we hear you on the radio.
I heard, yeah. Guys, I'm on the radio right now.
Unbelievable.
So my buddy works for sports talk radio for ESPN, and him and another guy usually do the pregame show for high school football on Friday nights, and they go on location to like the game of the week. So it could be Snyder, wherever. So this week we were at Homestead High School, and against Carroll. And that was kind of the game of the week because it was rivalry week, and every other matchup
There are rivals.
was kind of going to be like a blowout for whichever teams, So the game of the week, that's why I was at Homestead. So I got to do the show from 6 to 7. It was really cool. A lot of people was blowing up my phone. So thanks for the support.
You are watching The Safe Space. We will be back in a second or two. We're back in The Safe Space.
And sorry if you're feeling soggy right now. If you are playing fantasy football against who had 300 yards receiving today?
Julio.
Holy jeez.
John Julia.
Right. Whew. So,
I have him in my money league.
Oh, you won money.
I want to know how many passing yards did he
Matt Ryan had 500.
did he really?
So
Let it
Look it
up.
up.
shout out to Jay Tubbs and his Atlanta Falcons getting to dub.
The Panthers suck.
I saw a funny meme of Cam Newton, who is the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, and his jersey number is 1. So they had him doing his little dab, his little dance, and it was a picture. And then the meme was a dash and a 3. So the Panthers are 1 and 3. Pretty solid.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So Julio Jones was predicted to get 19.40 points. He ended up getting 42 points in the
More than
Yahoo.
double.
2-week
Yahoo.
quota met.
Wow.
Ben
That
just,
makes up for his bye
He
week.
can score 0 next week, and it would be fair.
Yeah.
I just saw Ben Roethlisberger had 5 touchdowns, so whoever had him won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So speaking about fantasy football, I have a guy who was trying to make a trade with me. He wants me to give him let me see what it is. David Johnson. He wants me
From
to give
Arizona?
him. Yeah, he wants me to give him David Johnson
Another team that sucks.
for Tom Brady.
No.
Yeah, exactly. And I was
Clownin.
like, declined.
Straight up. Straight for
Just straight up. That's
just Dumb and Dumber, like just
Yeah.
trading.
Right. I think he thinks that I don't know what I'm doing in fantasy.
Does
But
that really grind your gears?
he's obviously racist.
Right. Well, I wasn't ready for that one.
So I want to let you guys know my dad texted me earlier about our clown our
Right.
clown segment. And here's exactly what it says. I have to pull it up here. It says, "Okay, so the clown story is not for me, so I'm going to go to bed. Sorry. Good night. Love you."
You are a huge nerd.
That is funny.
Sorry for all those scary radio segments.
Yeah. That is hilarious.
That is hilarious.
But aside from that, I did want to just share a little big brotherly wisdom. We're going to call this segment Here's the Thing. And I'm going on a little bit of a rant if you would just kind of tune in. Listen closely. Put your ears up to the radio.
Yes.
All right, you there? All right. Here's my
I'm right next to you. Yes. I'm here.
here's my advice. Stay in your lane. Got it? Stay in your lane. Don't overstep your bounds. If I'm checking out at Kroger and you're my cashier, don't ask me about the sales. Don't tell me, "Oh, I'll have to get that later," as it passes by in front of you. It's not my fault you're stuck behind this conveyor belt of sundry items, listening to that beeping as you scan each item. Beep. 8 hours a day. Beep. It's gotta suck. But if you need eggs, get them before your shift. Don't tell me about it as I'm checking out. Also, don't comment on my food. The other day, a woman, I was scanning, she was scanning, "Oh, tomato soup, cheese. Did you get bread?" She said that. She did.
Nice.
I love tomato soup and grilled cheese. Don't make it weird.
Yeah.
Smile, ask me how I am.
Yeah.
Here's your change. Have a good day. I don't want you knowing what I'm
Don't
going to
get
poop
killed
out
by the
later.
clowns out there,
Wait,
sir.
wait. Paper or plastic? Paper or plastic?
It's always plastic.
Spandex.
yeah.
All spandex.
And you have a daughter, so not always
Oh,
plastic.
dude, here's another funny story. One time, I was buying like diapers and books and nursery stuff for her when I first moved out. And the lady at the counter, because I like making them uncomfortable, she says, "Oh, do you have a new baby?" I'm like, "No, I got divorced." Because I'm buying like all new stuff for the new house. And she's like,
Yeah.
I've never heard somebody like beep, beep,
Beep.
Like,
Yeah.
just-
Yeah. Move it along. Beep, beep,
That
beep,
was-
beep, beep, beep.
that was an
Epic fail.
The same advice goes to all my hairstylists at Great Clips. Don't ask me what I'm doing today. I'm getting my hair cut. Don't ask me if I have kids. I don't want to know if you have kids. Half the time you can't hear me over the clippers anyway.
Right.
How many times have I gone into a store like, oh, do you need help with anything? Like, well, no, I'm just here to pick up this thing. Okay, awesome. Let me know if you need help. I just
told you I'm here for this.
Yeah, so stay in your lane. Don't make it weird. Wish me a good day. Leave me alone.
Silence, Earthling!
And that, folks, was the thing.
I'm just having too much fun with this thing, though.
Yeah, one's just hitting buttons over here.
I just like hitting buttons.
So, one last thing that I was thinking about is the different shows that are on now. All these new shows. The one where Kiefer Sutherland is the president. They got that one.
Designated Survivor.
There's the most unrealistic show in the history of shows where a girl pitches for a baseball team.
Weird.
So there's that. That's on
She
Fox.
played for the Tin Caps, though, because in the farm system
Padres,
for the
So
San Diego
there's
Padres.
that. And then, what else do we have? We've been watching...
Luke Cage.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
man.
Friday it came out.
No, it's already out.
Yeah, it came
it's
out
already
Friday.
out. Then I heard
What?
Netflix was down. I heard Netflix was
Because it
down.
broke the internet.
Yeah.
Luke Cage broke the internet.
No, I've heard a couple people already have
It's
binge
already
watched the
out.
entire.
Came out Friday.
They already binge watched the whole thing.
Hey, Will or Marlon, if you're listening, I'm probably not going to make it
late.
to work tomorrow.
See what had happened.
Pizza is going to be out of service.
I'm just letting you know right now.
This time we get hot and ready.
hot ready.
Be cold and not exactly ready.
Cold and raw.
Hey, I like cold pizza. I don't know about you guys, I like
Everybody
cold pizza.
likes cold. What happened to that show on ESPN, Cold Pizza?
It's now
First Take.
First Take.
The First Take.
But it was called Cold Pizza.
Yeah, it evolutionized, I guess you could say, into it.
Thanks, folks, for tuning in to episode 3 of the Safe Space Podcast, Season 2. Going strong like it's on performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
For Malesh, the one and only, Marino on the radio, I'm DJ Pauly Z, everybody's big brother.
Fellas, safe space? Safe space.
The hell are you throwing?
Game over.